I am so excited to be in my friend's home, Caroline Kraddick, who so many have watched grow up because they've known her as the daughter of the late Kid Kraddick. Her dad was so famous and did so much for so many in this market. But you know what? Now she's famous in her own right. What she is doing to champion kids and take over this amazing organization. And I am so happy to call you my friend, my bestie, if I may go that far.
It's an honor and a privilege to be your bestie.
Oh so nice. And I'm so excited for my viewers and followers and everyone who adores you in the city to get to know you a little bit better.
Thank you, sister.
I would say thank you for inviting us in your home, but we were here when you arrived.
Yes, thank you for welcoming me in that way. It was very nice.
You have so many things about you that we could talk about. You are an amazing, talented singer. You have the heart of gold and do so much for so many, and you are funny. You're witty, and your personality, and you're a fashion blogger and gorgeous. But we want to talk about kids.
Okay.
This is your heart and soul, and it's become mine too, and I'm proud of that. So I want to rewind to the beginning. Kids started how many years ago?
25.
25 years ago.
So it started, my mom was pregnant. It took my mom a long time to get pregnant. And when they did a sonogram, they thought something was wrong with me. So my parents kind of said, if there's something wrong, we'll deal with it. And,
right.
And then I ended up being born healthy, so they thought they needed to get back. So that's where it started, and literally we had a van of 3 families to SeaWorld, and that's where we started. So we have very humble beginnings, and we've grown a lot.
Oh my gosh, and I know this story, and it still gives me goosebumps. And so this was something that your dad championed hands-on. This was just not about him raising the money, but he was in the trenches with these families, hugging them, loving on them, going on these trips year after year. But then in 2013, everything changed, and you were pursuing a singing career. You were auditioning for The Voice in New York.
Yep.
And that horrible day back in July of 2013 happened, and you got the phone call. And I know that ride home was very difficult for you, but kids was on your mind.
Yeah, I was, I couldn't get on a plane for like a week because it was just not going to happen. And I remember I stopped crying for the first time that week, and my mom looked at me, she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go home and I'm going to run Kids. It just gave me so much optimism because I was so down in the dumps. I was like, my life's over. My dad's dead. My best friend is dead. I didn't have a career. I had nothing. And that was the bright light that made me get out of bed every day when I got home. And it really just, it saved me and it changed my life for the better.
So you come home to run Kids. Are you met with resistance? Is this hard for people to realize you're stepping into your dad's shoes?
Yeah, it's hard. I was 23 when my dad passed away, and I was 24 when I started to take over. So, and I knew Kids from the bottom of my heart. I had been on every trip, but it's different when you're on the trips and you know everything to actually running it. So, luckily I have the most amazing people. I have the most amazing staff who has stayed with me, thank God, through this whole process, and they still are with me, and I would not be able to do this without them. So it's been such a blessing.
I think that people are so blown away when they hear you speak and they see what you can do. You're running a business. It's a lot more than just raising some dollars and taking kids on a trip. It is a full business, like you said, a full staffed production. But that's so great that your dad's legacy continues this way, and that the staff that knew and loved him so much is with you every day.
It's surreal. It's I was telling my best friend, her dad works for Whole Foods, really high up in Whole Foods. She was like, when my dad dies, I'm not going to go work for Whole Foods. That's really not how it works. I'm literally stepping in and taking my dad's spot with all the people that worked for him for so long, and they love me like they love my dad, and they watch out for me like they watch out for my dad. So God had his hands all over that, because otherwise I would just be like, we're going to Disney World. That's all I know. I don't know anything. So it's been such a blessing to me.
You're a blessing to so many and all these families that you're serving, and you know that. I'm so super proud of you. And you have great faith. You mentioned God a lot and having a hand in so many things that happen in your life. I've seen them firsthand, and it's supernatural, y'all. Even if you don't have much faith in your life, you would. Listening to the sound bites and nuggets of you, it is crazy the coincidences that happen. God winks from your dad, perhaps. What would he say? What would he think of everything that you're doing now?
I had a conversation with my mom. We went on a trip over California. We're sitting in the sun, and she looked at me. She was like, you have exceeded everything that we ever thought for you. And I always knew I would have a hand in Kids at some point, but this is so far beyond anything I thought I would be doing. And it's I wake up every day, I'm I'm so lucky that I get to do this. And that power and that strength just comes within you somewhere. You just have to find it somewhere. And I found it, and it's intoxicating almost. It's like, I can do this and I can help these families. And
yeah, and if you meet the families and hear their stories, you're even more motivated to be called to action. So that's where you guys come in. We want to know, how can we serve? How can we help? Everybody who's going to hear your story and perhaps never knew exactly what Kids was. How can we get involved on any level that we want to give?
Go to our website, kidskids.com. That's the best way. You can hear more about our story there too.
Yeah, they donate on the website. Maybe there's other opportunities for people just to do social media posts. Maybe you don't have deep pockets, but you have a big mouth, and we love those.
That'd be great.
To tell other people and be a voice to the cause, be physically there, volunteer in some way, and of course, giving money is the best way to ensure more kids can be involved and go on these trips. I'm so proud of you. I can't even take it.
I love you.
I love you so much. And thank you for the champagne.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I love you. Kidskids.com. Help her out. She's doing great things.
Love you.
Mwah.
That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Then why, oh, why can't I?
Oh my God.